Hey loves, how's it going? Hope all is well. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's kind of late, but I was just tagged in this. I couldn't go to sleep, so I said let me just make a voiceover video real quick about my thoughts and opinions on this scandal. Now, when this came out last year, I was actually a vlogger, so I didn't really talk about it. If you guys don't remember, it was an incident that was reported at Fort Valley State University regarding two members of Alpha Kappa Alpha and their advisor. Now let's go ahead and do a little recap before I give my thoughts and my opinion. Fort Valley State University is a public historical Black university in Fort Valley, Georgia. It is the unit of the University System of Georgia and a member school of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. Fort Valley State provides an education for over 4,000 students. 91% of their current student body are African American. The average age for undergraduates are 24 and the average age for graduate students are 33. In March of 2018, a gym was packed full of friends and family for 21 young ladies that pledged Alpha Beta chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Some may ask, what is an AKA? Who is Alpha Kappa Alpha? So let me go ahead and explain very quickly. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is a Black Greek lettered organization. They were the first established by African American college women. Their membership is for college educated women, and the organization was founded on 5 basic tenets. So this is what happened. Just a month after the probate, on April 5th, 2018, administrators from Fort Valley University received 2 separate reports of an alleged wrongdoing
and pimping on a college campus. Those accusations launched an investigation into Fort Valley University.
Here's the string of mugshots. Fort Valley was under investigation by the GBI for employee misconduct involving students.
According to Rolling Out magazine, a GBI investigation was launched when it was revealed that a group of students were desperate to pay pledge fees to join Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, in which it resorted into prostitution. It is alleged that some of the customers were even local politicians and businessmen. Okay, so Elysia Johnson is the face that you will see everywhere. You don't necessarily see the 6 men. You will always see her because she is supposed to be the center of the investigation. She was also a university employee and the graduate advisor to Fort Valley's AKA chapter. She had been employed at the school since 2004.
Elysia Johnson was an executive assistant in the special events department and a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. We learned today she resigned April 18th. That's the same day 11 Alive broke the news of a GBI investigation into sexual misconduct on campus. Alpha Beta Fort Valley's chapter of the AKA sorority has had their privileges withdrawn at the school until this investigation is complete.
AKA officials did respond to the reports. They did decide to launch their own investigation as well as cooperate with the investigation on campus.
Good morning, Sheba. Right now, at least 1 Fort Valley State employee is on administrative leave, and the GBI is bringing in extra agents from across the state to help them figure out what's going on amidst these allegations of sexual misconduct regarding the AKAs on campus. In a statement to 11 Alive, the organization said it was appalled by the allegations, saying it had a zero-tolerance policy for hazing, member sexual misconduct, and harassment, and they're taking this all seriously. They've launched their own investigation into what happened as well and say they're cooperating with the state and law enforcement.
Friday, October 19, 2018, Bibb County District Attorney David Cook announced charges against Johnson and 6 men at a press conference.
Today, I'm here to announce that the GBI has taken arrest warrants against 7 people. These charges are allegations, and each defendant is presumed to be innocent unless and until proven guilty on a court of law. Each of these defendants was advised of the charges against them this morning. They've been given the opportunity to turn themselves into law enforcement.
Let's start with former Fort Valley State Administrator Elysia Johnson, who, according to arrest warrants, conspired to steal scholarship money. She's also charged with 6 counts of prostitution, getting paid for performing sexual acts. And it goes on to say she arranged prostitutes for several men. Now here's a little background on the men charged with solicitation of others to have sex, better known as a John or pimp. Take Ernest Harvey, an assistant principal at a Houston County middle school. Then there's Kenneth Howard, the city manager for Hinesville, Georgia. Jump to Ryan Jenkins, who's accused of engaging in the sex between April 2017 to April of 2018. Charles Jones was fired in September as Director of Corporate and Government Affairs at Fort Valley. Devontae Little was a former employee at a youth center in Taylor County, where he was previously charged with 4 counts of sexual assault. And Arthur Nance, a Chris County commissioner.
In a statement, the university thanked the work of the GBI. They said that they were very committed to their students. And as of today, you guys, they have been indicted.
Indicted in a scandal at Fort Valley State University. Prosecutors say former executive assistant to the school's president was the ringleader. Investigators say that Elysia Johnson arranged sex acts between several men and at least one woman. Each is charged with solicitation and pandering.
A spokesperson for the district attorney's office said that the maximum penalty for each count of pimping and pandering is up to 12 months incarceration and or a $5,000 fine. For solicitation on sodomy and prostitution, the maximum is up to 12 months in prison and up to a $1,000 fine per count. So who are the girls? Where are the girls? We don't know. One news source I do know found out the young lady's name and tried to search the young lady. We do not know if she was a student or if she was an employee, but we are very concerned.
MAZ has learned the woman she allegedly pimped out appears to be connected to the school as well. Warrants issued for Johnson's arrest name the alleged prostitute, but the district attorney's office says the woman is not facing charges at this time, and until she is charged, 13WMAZ is choosing not to identify her. But when we searched her name, we found it listed on the Fort Valley State website in a directory of faculty and staff. After our sister station in Atlanta asked school administrators about the woman, her name disappeared from the online directory. School spokespeople said the woman does not work at the school and has been removed from the directory, but didn't answer us when we asked how she ended up on the directory in the first place or explain if the woman was a student or former employee.
Since the incident, the university did go and move forward and make some changes.
FVSU Special Assistant to the President for Strategic Communications, Cedric Mobley, says they hired a new police chief and added new initiatives to enhance campus safety.
There's a new campus-wide task force on sexual assault and misconduct. There is new training for not only faculty and staff, but also for students. And finally, we have several new Title IX investigators to make sure that any allegations are handled and addressed swiftly.
Mobley says FVSU will continue to support the AKAs and is confident they'll continue being outstanding young ladies and be an example for the students to follow.
According to the AJC, Johnson's attorney has denied the charges on the behalf of his client, and after the indictments Friday, he said that he's ready for a legal battle. Also, the Fort Valley State University AKAs did have a new spring line 2019 and it's available to be seen on YouTube. So what are my thoughts? You know, to be completely honest, I'm quite disgusted. I'm a little upset and I'm a little hurt because I hate hearing stuff like this about Black Greek letter organizations. I don't like to hear stuff about Delta just as much as I don't want to hear anything about AKAs, Qs, Kappas, Alphas, or whoever. At the end of the day, these people do need to be held accountable for what they've done. It's imperative that this is highlighted. People need to know that this is not right and you should not have to go through anything like this. This is very sad. This is very disgusting and disturbing, and I hope that justice will be served. This is not the principles that they were founded upon, and I have been very disappointed in the last couple of years about some of the things that I have read that are going on these campuses. We are supposed to be pillars of the community, yet stories like this exist. I don't think this situation represents the organization as a whole. It will always be one bad apple out of the bunch. But if we are supposed to be the change and advocates for other Black and brown people, especially young girls, please be the change, because this is completely unacceptable. I'm tired of seeing headlines about hazing, death, suicide, and bravery as well. Like, I'm done with it. And this goes for Black and white organizations. Of course, Black organizations are always at the forefront, but there are business organizations, Latin honor organizations, band and athletic organizations that do the same thing, especially varsity athletic teams. They are the highlight of this. So please don't think this is just a sorority and frat thing, especially if you have students and you have kids that attend universities. Things like this are happening with everyone on campus, and it's completely unacceptable. And I couldn't rest tonight with reading everything, because it's just sad. It's very, very sad that people are using these girls. They're using their vulnerability, and a lot of people don't have that, you know, strength within to just say no. And I'm speechless, because they use these people. They use their weaknesses and they just prey on them. And I hate that. I'm sure justice will be served regarding this situation. You guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this situation. Once again, thanks so much for watching.